Hey there, this is John Guidry. We're trying another experiment today with a couple different hex bus systems. We have a TI CC-40 here, and we have a TI-99 too, and back here we have a Hexter, which is I'm not sure if that's the way you say it, but Jim Brain, I apologize, or Hex TIR if that's what you want to look up on GitHub. But this is basically a hex bus drive that several different people, Stephen Reed and Jim Brain and Peter Ingalls, have worked on together and collaborated over the past probably 6 months during quarantine. Have worked quite well together on Discord to facilitate a really great little hex bus mass storage drive, which has been one of the things that we've had a problem with these particular systems. So today I want to play around. I've never done this before. I have a very simple program in this CC-40 here, just a basic 4 print loop, next X, and then a go-to 130. I'm trying to use commands that are available both on the TI-99 2 and the CC-40. So when you run this, it's gonna print the alphabet, and I'm gonna have to break it here. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna save this. Save 100 dot, what is it? A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And I'm gonna go ahead and hit enter. You'll see the little IO at the top. Boom, it saved it already. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. I'm gonna unplug the hex bus cable, which plugs in back here. And I've got a 99.2 sitting here. And the 99.2 is on. I was playing around with it and seeing if it actually took the pause statement or not, if it would accept it. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little tour of this thing first here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to power it off first. Membrane keyboard, strip, which I just borrowed a 99 4A strip and stuck in there since it's pretty much got the same keys, right? The little thing I'm guessing a keyboard template type of thing. You can put different keyboard overlays on here, which is really cool. You know, you can take that off and then clean under the keyboard, which is also pretty awesome. You know, the sides and the underside of it, they're just, I mean, you know, nothing special. I don't know if, I apologize for the bounce here. The TI-99 2, obviously this is a pre-pride unit. It says 115 on the sticker. Really, you know, you can kind of see the motherboard mounted inside there. I can get it out. It's not too fun. But and on the back here, you got, I think, a 60-pin edge card connector. It's got the full bus for this thing on it. You know, TV, channel 3, 4, middle is off, and you have cassette in and out, and you got your power supply. And this thing's got a 5-volt regulator. It's got a tolerance of anywhere from like 5.3 volts to something like 10 point something volts. So I've got a nice little regulated 2.5 amp power supply stuck at 7.5 volts, and it seems to be perfectly happy on this. And this is a really weird connector because it originally had the little tab at the top to click it in, and you got to actually remove that tab to make it fit in here. So really interesting connector I had to make on my own and put on my own adapter. And on the end here you have your hex bus, which it's called the CC port on here. CC port, power, cassette in, cassette out, on off, and TV. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to go ahead and hook this thing back up. We're going to leave it off for a second. We're going to go ahead and we're going to plug in the hex bus drive to this. I'm going to go ahead just for good measure, and I'm going to go ahead over here and I'm going to reset this hex bus drive. And let's go ahead and power this thing on. Oops. I have not used this tablet mount much, so I apologize. So press any key to begin. TI-92 basic. Let's just see if the mnemonics are the same between these systems. Old, I think it's hex bus dot 100 dot A, B, C, D, E, F, I think. Oh, it did not like it. It can't do that. Oh, let's try this in reverse then. We're going to go ahead and do the same program for x equals 1 to 26. And we know for a fact, I've proven already in a YouTube video that the 99.2 can save something and the 99.4a can load it from cassette. So this is just extending the methodology to the CC-40 to see if it works or not. So I'm going to print CHR string. Oh, I hate this membrane keyboard. Okay, so x plus 20, what is it, 1? I want to do x plus, 64. You notice that this thing is a little bit frustrating. I'm trying to actually type and talk at the same time, which I probably shouldn't be doing. 64, right paren, semicolon. And it's frozen. Let's do this again. Let's go ahead and run this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit the break key, which this thing actually has a really cool, it's got a break key on it, which I love. So let's go ahead and see if this, I can save this to hex bus. Save hex bus dot 100 dot A, B, C, D, E, F, enter. Oh, IOR, maybe it doesn't like, there's already one there. Hey, let's try it again. Save hex bus dot 100 dot A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Boom, it's saved. And there's the program. And then I should be able to type old hex bus dot 100 dot A, B, C, D, E, F, G. It's funny, there's actually a message that goes briefly across the screen. It says screen will turn off to load, and it's basically shutting off the refresh of the screen to get the CPU cycles to actually do the load. And it does the same thing with cassettes as well. So there's the program. We know it's called ABCDEFG. So let's go ahead and shut the 99.2 off and move the hex bus interface back over to the CC-40. And I'm really curious if this is going to work or not, but we will see. So old 100 dot A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Bad program type. Well, there you go. The mnemonics between these two systems for the basic tokens are completely different. But anyway, I'm guessing that's how TI really envisioned, maybe this working between the 99.4a and the 99.2 and the 99.8 was where the basics were actually compatible. I don't think they ever envisioned the CC-40 maybe and the 99.2 talking to each other or something along those lines. But it would have been nice if the basic tokens were similar. But I appreciate you helping watch this experiment. Science, right? Has anybody done this before? I don't know. Is it worth anything? Probably not, other than to say it doesn't work. Anyway, enjoy this really cool demonstration of these two awesome machines and this awesome little piece of hardware called the Hexter or the Hex TIR. Thank you very much, everyone.